Ladies and gentlemen, here are... Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run here with Evans. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Burrow looking to pass. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. 49ers. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Ravens as you see their offensive coordinator, Declan Doyle. His guys trail here in this first half, and now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. To the air, Allen. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So we'll change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now it's Burrow. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
And the 49er.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's Burrow. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They go play action with Burrow. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Man in motion left. That's Smith and Jigba. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And we'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Play action. It's Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Pushes him over. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. He'll go right back to St. Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
At their 49-yard line.
Second and a couple. Now Allen again. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Throwing now is Allen. Pass complete there to Nakua. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
32-yard line.
Three receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Now Allen. He will find his man Chase complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 13-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and 1.
And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Looking to put a drive together. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Still first down.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Brought down right at
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's
rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Puka Nacua, 34 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Looking to put a drive together.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Burrow.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
Looking to put a drive together. Allen going to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Allen now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll start with the option.
Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stopped short of the 30. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 13-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Allen now looks to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's the sign of a quarterback who's under control. He didn't try to erase his deficit in one fell swoop. You've got to take what the defense gives you, and that's exactly what he did there. Now they've got a new set of downs to work with.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
This will go to Henry out wide. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Henry.
Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
One final try here for Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Luke now for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
17.
So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion comes the tight end left. Burrow looking to pass. And a catch right side by Evans. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Mike Evans. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. Fighting him off. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Allen.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Allen. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. To throw is Allen. That's complete to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
Defense.
So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now second down and a few inches. Throwing, Allen. Sideline throw into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. Here's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Inside a minute to go. Here's second and 10 now. Now Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 10 yards.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long. Allen.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
On the play. And a 49er first down.
This is first and 10. Here's Burrow. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Dances by him. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Niners set to take over on offense. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Burrow. Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Opening drive of overtime. Both teams will get a possession, barring a defensive score. Here's second down. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards, first down Niners. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
From the 46, here's second down and 5.
And Burrow going to throw again.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
So third down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams. But I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
looking to put a drive together. First throw of overtime for Allen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Both offenses sputtering a little bit here in overtime, Charles, but give credit to the defenses and certainly credit to them on that last play. That is a huge interception.
I will absolutely do that. They deserve the credit because they forced a punt on the opening drive of overtime. You know no one wants to give up the ball in OT. And now you have them back out there knowing that it only takes a field goal to win this game. Big-time defensive plays being made.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.
Ravens 17.
So as it turns out, a two-play drive resulting in the field goal.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.